What's up, Ricardo? What's up, one man in his detector? What's up? What's up? So today I'm in downtown Riverside, in California. It is Saturday, January 28th, and it is 61 degrees and sunny. The time is 1:27 p.m. Pacific time. What's up, Tony? How's it going? Yeah, there's a lot of people here in downtown Riverside, so I'm gonna give a little tour right here. I wonder what's going on in here. There's a lot of people in here. I don't think I brought enough flyers to pass out. Yeah, just check out in here, see what's going on. There's a lot of people in here. See where I could post up as well, probably somewhere on the side. Oh my god. Yeah, there's people everywhere. Oh, I'll probably post up by the fountain over there. There's a fountain, so check it out.
I did not press it. She's the one who used the call machine. She was the one who was trying.
Yeah, a few blocks down the other way, down that way, there's like an event going on, like a fair. But I think there's a lot of people here, so I don't think there's a need to go to that other side right now. Yeah, there is a lot of people. Gotta make sure I don't block anyone. Yeah, there's a fountain right here. Nice. And all these people are here. Thanks.
No pressure.
And then I'll join the team after.
Yeah. Oh, something that was Alex, right? The Wonderlander? Oh, yeah, that's cool. I like that. Did you say the Wonderlander? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Food game? Food up game? Okay. How many other people? Because look at British girls. Go to the app. That's not allowed. I guess I use police when you don't allow those.
That means yeah, accept.
Or allow while you I wonder where she's at.
6G, right?
She's at the front? This was the park, right? What do you call it, white park?
Yeah, because where the arch is in the middle of the...
Park?
Whoa, what's up? The game, JT, the game. All right, we're gonna go with this one today. People were intimidated by the 5th grade question, so let's see if this one looks a little better. Kind of gonna be turning a little bit. A lot of people behind me.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it's do you trust your common sense? That's the question. Kind of gonna be turning that over this way.
Oh my god, this breaking up so bad. Hang on, I'll call you right there. Down the spot in the street, is that where from earlier?
Yeah, that's from earlier. Exactly which part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's walking to the front. Okay, we'll go meet you.
Come on, girl.
Alrighty then.
I do not.
You guys give it a shot? It's a couple minutes. Three very easy questions, multiple choice. Yeah. Cool. So, the first one's hardest, and then they get easier.
Okay.
I'm highly nervous because it's common sense, and so already I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, I mean, if you trust your common sense, you'll get at least two of them. 99% of
Win or
people
lose, who cares?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So I have two images here, and the reason I call them images is because one of them is a photograph, and one of them is a painting. So I want to see what they start looking in the photograph.
I'm gonna say that's a painting.
Okay.
I think this is a painting.
Okay. It was actually a trick question. They're
Because
both
neither one
paintings.
of
I
They're
knew
both
you were going
paintings.
there.
Yeah, so this is an oil painting and this is a digital painting done on an iPad. This is actually a video online. I was like, time lapse doing this one.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
So yeah, I don't expect you to get this one because it's obviously impossible to tell. It's
exactly.
impossible. So there is two reasons why I asked this question. The first reason is just believing someone is important to see, right? Because you believe in that one's a photograph, that influences your choice.
Okay.
So it's not good to just believe people on their word.
Gotcha,
Okay?
yeah.
The second reason I asked this question is if you want to determine something is real, the image is not good enough because if I show you an image of me walking on water or me flying,
Does that mean that he's walking on water?
no, because that defies physics, right? It's obvious, right?
Yeah.
So these next two questions actually have to do with physics, elementary physics actually. They actually have to do with water. Water. So we agree once water is contained like in a bottle like this, right? Water always seeks the lowest point. It always goes to the bottom of the bottle. If I could turn the bottle upside down, water always seeks the lowest point. That's what water does, right? Since we understand that simple fact about water, I took in two different images, one right side up and one upside down. And I want to see if you guys can tell which one of these two is upside down. I painted the water blue with food coloring to make it easier.
Yeah.
So if we understand water always goes down, which one of these two is upside down? I'm showing you.
Is that one? Upside down?
Upside down.
That's upside down.
Okay, there you go. This one's
Yeah.
right side up.
Yeah.
This one's upside down,
Yeah.
obviously, because the water can't stick to the top
Yeah.
of the bottom. You got it. There you go.
All right. I was like, wait a minute.
So another thing about water, have you heard of water finding its level? Water always finds its level.
You mean like a flat? It's gonna
There you go,
be
exactly. So another word for level, it could be flat or
Okay.
horizontal is actually the proper definition for level.
Okay.
Horizontal, right?
Horizontal,
Yeah. So if we actually go out and measure the I guess the levelness of water, since we understand it's horizontal, it always evens out. The water, which one of these two is correct? When we're looking at the water. Water level. You guys agree with her?
what am
Are
I
you talking
looking
about
at?
the ocean or just regular water?
Just water,
Okay,
like
yeah.
like a giant lake, for example, for you guys, to believing that this is the answer, even though we know this one. You guys don't know how we would shit. Do you guys believe the Earth is a ball?
Yeah, that's why I started to say that, but then,
Okay,
but then
okay.
yeah,
No,
that's-
so
yeah.
so NASA in specific, they claim to have satellites orbiting the Earth, right? So they need to know the radius of orbit. So they need to know the radius of the Earth. So they do tell us the radius of the Earth. It's 3,959 miles. So if we multiply that times 2, we get the diameter, and then multiply that times pi, we get the circumference. So the circumference of the Earth is 20,901 miles. That's what they're telling us.
Yeah.
So there needs to be curvature every mile, and every mile it increases. It's not a pyramid; it's a sphere. So in the first mile there's an 8-inch drop. Second mile there's a 32-inch drop. By the third mile there should be a 6-foot drop. So if we were to actually go out to a lake that was miles across
Yeah.
and build a level structure over that lake, that water should be bending away from the structure. But you
But in
understand?
theory, but we
In
know that
theory.
water doesn't work like that.
Exactly. So this is the #1 experiment to debunk the globe.
Okay.
So have you guys heard of people that don't believe in the ball
Yes.
Earth or
Yeah,
flat
yeah,
Earth?
the
Right?
flat Earth, yeah.
I try to stay away from that word because there's a lot of ridicule going on.
Trigger.
Yeah.
It's a trigger word. Oh, yeah. You're pretty familiar with it. You're pretty good. So if I was to ask you guys, what's the #1 proof or thing that convinces you that the Earth is a sphere? I mean, if you know, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's a very good question. I never thought about that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
I'm,
actually very
I'm only
honest.
going based
Yeah.
on what they tell me. I don't know.
Exactly,
I've
yeah.
never been to space.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I
So,
won't go.
one of the main proofs people use is images from space, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys knew, NASA and other space agencies, they don't call them photographs. They actually call them images. And the reason they call them images is because they're photoshopped. So they call them composites.
But it can be manipulated.
Exactly. In other words, if an image defies physics, then we have to throw that image away. Because if they're showing us an image of water bending, then we understand, especially if they're not real photographs and they admit it, then it's obvious to throw that image out the window and go with what we know, right? So this is the #1 experience to debunk the globe. And have you guys, just real quick, the horizon, right?
Yeah.
How would you describe the horizon?
I'm not sure what the question.
Horizontal.
Okay, okay.
That's exactly where the word horizon comes from, horizontal.
Yeah.
So another thing is, the only way you're ever going to see curvature of the Earth is through GoPro cameras. So you know the fisheye lens,
exactly.
it curves horizontal lines, right? So the only place curvature exists of the Earth is through a GoPro or CGI video. So cartoon, basically kind of Hollywood trickery, CGI. So NASA, in my opinion, is Disney for adults because they don't show anything real. They just show CGI and again camera effects. They basically trick the stuff.
Yeah.
How long ago did you guys hear about this topic?
Oh gosh, a long time ago.
All right.
Trips down the rabbit hole.
There you go.
yes.
So I actually came across this in 2016, and it exploded on the internet around that time.
I heard it through a college, right? Or something like a college question that was supposedly. Yeah.
So it was actually I came across a guy named McCoy, but it made perfect sense to me. So I just went down that rabbit hole and bam, I just couldn't believe what I found. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's great.
So I don't know if you guys heard of Euclidean plane geometry. So it's the geometry that's used to basically construct everything that we see. So basically, like bridges that are miles across. So they assume that the Earth is a plane. That's where Euclidean plane geometry comes from. So spherical geometry is not used to construct long distances, roads, bridges, railroads. It's all done on the assumption that the Earth is level. So they don't take account for curvature. They use miles per square inch. They don't take account for that. So it doesn't exist. It only exists on paper. As a cartoon, like I said, in this, or through math questions.
No, man. This is a conversation they're not expecting to have.
No,
Like,
no, that's
trying
right.
to wait a minute, hold on. What's this?
So I'm actually out here because this information is actually being censored online since like 2019, and the way they're censoring it, they're not removing the information from any you know what I'm saying? So what they're doing is they're demoting any real information. So anyone speaking like me on the internet, you're never gonna come across them. You just search general terms.
Especially that on Google.
Yeah, exactly. So Google, YouTube's owned by Google, so it's all the algorithms are controlled right now. So you're gonna get nothing but ridiculing and dismissing. Basically, all these experts are not even taking it serious. Basically, to play on people's fucking emotions, and you know what I'm saying. So that's why I'm out here, just to get it to people straight. And I actually do have some links if you guys want to take home to see the cross reference. Because again, if it isn't censored, it's very hard to come across these links. You know. And,
I'll take a picture of them.
Oh, he's probably
Oh,
good.
yeah, I got a few. Yeah. So since you guys are together, I'll give you guys one. So those are the 6 main foods that become the globe. There's hundreds. Everything is not a ball.
So you're going with that it is or it's not a ball?
It's not a ball. The Earth is a level plane. The thing is, nobody knows the dimensions of the Earth. That's unknown.
So the thing about it, then why would it be such a thing for like be refracted, or it's just because they're lying to us?
Yeah, so they're lying to us basically to warp our common sense so that we just do whatever we're told by these so-called experts, but in reality, they're just making shit up. Nobody truly knows the nature of this place. But one thing I will tell you, this place was created. I'm not biblical. I don't follow any religion. I think all religions are there to control people. And the heliocentric model, the ball earth government, I think that's the number one religion. Because everybody, doesn't matter if you're Muslim, doesn't matter if you're Christian,
says
you
do
believe
not
in the ball
reply.
earth. You believe in the Big Bang and evolution. You have to believe in that. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is your bullshit. So, I'm just here
It's a
spreading
non-reply.
awareness about that fact that I found out 6 years ago. Change my perspective on life. Literally, man. Literally, I literally have to make free time from work for my occupation, because occupation there, jobs are just there to keep you occupied. It's just there to distract you. Believe it or not. It's literally called an occupation for a reason, just to keep you occupied. So I have to make time, to come out and do this. But I'm hoping that more people that know this actually come out and do some, research, and not only that, but people that already know, they should come out and do what I'm doing. Spread this information, because if it just stays on the internet, it's not going to go nowhere. It's not, it hasn't gone nowhere in 3 years. Since 2019, 4 years going now. You know what I'm saying? So I think giving it to people straight, it's the best thing to do right now, especially with all the censoring online, all this cancel culture going on. It's fucking ridiculous. It's everywhere, exactly. So this is probably like the number one subject that people will get canceled, especially with celebrities. And some celebrities have spoken about this, but they automatically just don't talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Let me give you a card. You guys can check out my channel. And I go to universities too. Okay. So I talk to the students. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for going.
I don't know. Just I got in this part. Okay, you told me to get in the code. Yes, I did. After that, you just put your team name, and I did. And I was like,
She's over there dragging the dress and the freaking water around the water fountain.
okay, what else will do?
Right. Yep. Yeah, that couple was pretty open-minded. They actually heard about the topic. They understood it. That was pretty cool.
No.
How would one describe the vegan activism?
I got my college full of supplies. I guess.
Damn, I should have brought more flyers. I only have I have some in the car, but before I leave, maybe I'll come back in and just pass out flyers. Who knows? We'll see.
Because you're going to have to do it for all of us, so that we can all come together.
And I'm sure they'll be one doing. What do you think?
You guys want to give it a shot? Huh? You want to give it a shot? I have 3 very easy questions, multiple choice, elementary level.
Okay, go.
All right, cool. So the first one's the hardest, but then they get easier. I promise. So,
Hold on. I got to ask you something.
so I have 2 images here, and the reason I call them images is because one of them's a photograph and one of them's a painting. So I want to see if people can tell the difference between the photograph and the painting.
That's a photograph. That's a painting.
I think it's the other one. It's not painting. This is the photograph. This is the photograph. That's the painting.
Okay. It's actually a trick question. They're both paintings. Yeah. So this is an oil painting and this is a digital painting done on an iPad. So I don't expect people to get this one, obviously, because it's impossible to tell. They're too realistic. So there is 2 reasons why I asked this question, though. So the first reason is just believing someone opens the door to being deceived, right? Because you believe me that one's a photograph, that influences your choice, right? So it's not good to just believe someone, just on their word, right? So the second reason is if you want to determine something is real, an image is not good enough. Because if I showed you an image of me walking on water or me flying, would you believe I could walk on water or fly? No, right? Because that defies physics. That's impossible, right? So these next 2 questions have to do with elementary physics. Very easy. So it has to do with water. So can we agree once water is contained like in a bottle like this, right? It always seeks this lowest point. In other words, it always goes to the bottom. Because no matter what orientation, I could turn it upside down, water always goes to the bottom. That's obvious, right? It's common sense. So since we understand that simple fact about water, that always goes to the bottom, I took 2 images. and I painted the water blue with food coloring to make it easier. So how I'm showing them to you, which one of these two is upside down? Since we understand water always goes down, which one is upside down? Okay. This one.
Actually, yeah. It seems like a trick question.
You actually got it right the first
Oh,
time.
it's this one?
Yeah, you got it right the first
this
time. He
one.
kind of influenced your choice after he took
Well,
it.
yeah, because you think about it, it's at the top of the lid.
Exactly.
right?
The
So-
water can't stick to the top
Yeah.
of the bottle, so
Yeah.
I took this one upside
Yeah.
down. Yeah, so you guys got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So this last one's even easier. So another thing about water, have you guys ever heard of water level or water finds its level? Right? Yeah. Right. What would be another word for level?
Like straight?
Yeah. Even. Horizontal. Horizontal is actually the proper definition of level. So since we understand that fact about water as well, that always finds its level once it's
Like same
continuous.
as you.
Which one of these two?
Somebody has it.
Which one of these two is correct when it comes to water level?
Behind.
Here we go. Look at the water. Which one represents level correctly? There you go.
Straight.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you guys got it. So the real reason I do this is because over 95% of the population, including myself and maybe even you guys, have been tricked to believing that this is the answer, even though we know it's this. You guys want to know the word trick? Do you guys believe the Earth is a ball?
I do.
Right? Yeah, so NASA in specific, they claim to have satellites orbiting the Earth, right? So they need to know the radius of orbit. So anything with a radius has to have has to be a circle or sphere. So they do tell us that the radius of the Earth is 3,959 miles, which then gives us 8 miles per square inch. So there has to be curvature every mile. So the first mile, there's an 8-inch drop. Second mile, there's a 32-inch drop. The third mile, there should be 6 of curvature. So if we actually build a level structure over a giant lake that was miles across,
It's eventually going to curve.
that it should, if that's what they're telling us. But in reality, that water is going to be parallel to that structure. And that's what level means. It's even 5 feet
Because
all
the
across
water's always dropping.
No, that's what they're telling us. So
Oh.
they're telling us that the lakes, every lake on Earth is curving at 6 feet every 3 miles. So that gap should increase by 5 feet to 11 feet every mile, if the water's truly bending. But we understand water doesn't bend. Once water seeks its level, like this pond, it's perfectly straight. So this will be the #1 experiment to debunk the globe if we actually went out to measure for this curvature. You know, because the oceans are actually level. Have you heard of the term sea level? Yeah. Yeah, that's how they measure height and depth.
When we're above
You
it.
know,
Right.
and we do it from a data line, a baseline, which has to be horizontal. So this will be the #1 experiment to debunk the globe. So if I was to ask you, what's the #1 proof that convinces you that the Earth is a ball? Or what's the #1 thing that makes you think? Exactly. That's actually pretty honest. You know, a lot of people would say, "Oh, photographs from space, right?" Yeah, but I don't know if you guys knew they actually don't call them photographs. They call them images because they're Photoshop. But they call them composites. They don't use the word Photoshop. They call them composites. But it's just a fancy word for Photoshop. So no real image of the Earth from space it doesn't exist. They're all cartoons. Every space agency, European Space Agency, the Japanese, you know, everybody is basically showing a CGI cartoon. So in my opinion, NASA is Disney for adults.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. So do you guys have any questions?
No, I was actually pretty much said it all yourself.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. Yeah.
So I do have some information because this information is being censored, which is one of the main reasons why I'm out here talking to people.
Okay. Oh, you want water? Okay, I'll let you water.
So here you go. These are the 6 main proofs to debunk the globe. And get any questions about them, you know.
It's late in the day when you're
You know, and here's my card. I have a YouTube channel and I go to universities as well.
Yeah.
You can check out some of my conversations there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, check it out, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
Appreciate it.
talking to me, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Come on, Belle. Hello. Are you listening? Look up and see the white rabbit. Staring just holding a I don't understand what's going on.
Oh. Let me see if I could turn this a bit.
Greystone? Uh-oh. Alice is getting executed. On to the next one. Does your phone say something different? Mine just shows the map.
Nice water.
Correct. Go somewhere else. Go to one of these other. Okay, where is this funnel? Everyone got that? That's the introduction, by the way. So we need to walk to one of the local games. Shall we?
Yes.
Nearby to us or nearby to us? Because I feel like
All of the points of interest and press on your game. All can go off to them. Maybe added after you uncover areas. They can walk over and realize and trigger or bring a combat threat.
What's up, Rune Thorson?
Castle towers above you, carved in the deep red stone, engraved on paper. As to the wall has challenge upon it. Red wall.
Where is Alice? Where is
What's up, Boom Me?
Yep, got to learn the leader.
So what is our corrective? I guess we need to start walking around like this.
Well, it
City
says,
Hall is one of them.
yeah, those
That's a
like
red correct. Okay, so solo
red
there's
wall.
only one leader. Wait,
Okay, real life, blank, blank.
the answer to this puzzle is the water stone. Local land use conservation. We have to put something in there.
Well, the good thing I don't see anyone with a mask out here, so that's good. My sister.
Trust your common sense, yes sir.
You want to give it a shot? Want to prove that?
What do you mean?
I have three very easy questions, multiple choice.
Yeah.
All right, elementary level. All right. So I have two images here, and the reason I call them images, one of them is a photograph.
Morgan Freeman and I don't know.
One of them is a painting, one of them is a photograph. Can you tell the difference?
Yeah, a little bit. Let me see.
Which one's a photograph?
no, that
This
actually is
one.
the
definitely a painting. This one's a photograph.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was actually a trick question. They're both paintings.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. That's like HD type.
Yeah,
shit.
I don't expect people to get this.
Yeah.
It's too realistic,
Oh,
man. But
everything.
there is two reasons why I asked this question, though. The first reason is just believing someone opens the door to being deceived, right? That's obvious. If you believe me, that influences your truth. The second reason, if we want to determine something is real, an image is not good enough, right? Because if I showed you an image of me walking on water or me flying, would you believe I could do those things?
Shit, I would believe that it's photo imagery.
Yeah,
like
it's fake.
CGI.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. You got it. So these next two are very easy. They have to do with water, elementary physics. So once water is contained like in a bottle, could we agree that it always seeks its lowest point? In other words, bottom, because I could turn the bottle upside down and water always goes to the bottom. Always. Doesn't matter what direction. Water always knows to go down. So since we understand that simple fact about water, that it always goes down, I painted the water blue to make it easier with food coloring. How I'm showing them to you, which one of these two is upside down. Since we understand water always goes down.
I mean, I want to say this one,
There you
but
go.
it's at the top, and this one's at the bottom with the liquid, and it's not halfway empty, or it's not halfway full. So if you turn this one upside down, it'll be the same imagery as this one.
Exactly. So this one's upside down. You got it, man. You got it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I took this one upside down like
And
that.
plus, you
There
could
you go.
tell by the labeling, obviously.
Yeah. But the water will be our reference point,
Right,
though.
yeah.
Water. So perfect. Have you ever heard of water finding its level?
Nah.
So, water, for example, how would we describe the surface of the water? Right? Could we say it's level, right? Flat. There you go. Could we, horizontal will be the proper term. Water always finds its level. In other words, it always forms horizontal once contained. You know, since we understand that simple fact about water, which one of these two is correct when we're looking at water level? Which one represents level? A or B? When we're looking at that water.
Honestly, I wanna say B because it's curved and it's, but this one is straight.
So which one's level? Which one's horizontal?
Definitely this one.
Yeah,
is
that's all it is, right?
horizontal,
Yeah,
and
it's
this
all it
one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the real reason I do this is because over 95% of the population were tricked to believing that this is what level means, even though we know it's this
It's
one.
this one.
You want to know how we were tricked?
How?
Do you believe the Earth is a ball?
A ball, I
Or a
believe
sphere.
the Earth is. It's not flat. It's round.
So you think it's a sphere, like a ball?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so NASA in specific, they actually claim to have satellites orbiting the Earth. So they need to know the radius of orbit. So they need to know the radius of the Earth. So they do tell us the radius of the Earth is 3,959 miles. So that means there needs to be curvature every mile. So the first mile, there should be an 8-inch drop. Second mile, there should be a 32-inch drop. By the third mile, there should be 6 feet of curvature.
So what is this, like chemistry?
This is
biology?
geometry. Geometry, yeah, measurement of the Earth.
Yeah,
So
that's
if we
cool.
actually went to out and measured for this curvature, like a giant lake that was miles across, and we build a level structure over that lake, that water should be bending 6 feet in 3 miles. So in the first mile, it should be 5 feet, and by the third mile, there should be 11 feet, the gap. So that water should be bending away. But in reality, we understand water always finds its level like this pond,
Right.
horizontal.
Right. Yes,
Exactly.
sir.
So this will be the number one experiment to debunk today, in my opinion. So have you heard of people that don't believe in the ball earth, or have you heard of flat earth, right? I try to stay away from that word because there's a lot of ridicule going on right now in the internet. So that's why I'm out here, because it's being censored, and that's how they're doing it. They're ridiculing it, dismissing it, so nobody takes it serious. But if I was to ask you though, what's the number one proof that convinces you or makes you believe that the earth is a ball?
Because look around you, I could just.
So because you think, so I would say, so you think the horizon is the curvature of the earth? You think that's where so right now we can't see the horizon.
Yeah, we can
But
see that.
actually do have an image here of the horizon. So these images were taken 20 miles in the sky without a GoPro lens. I don't know if you knew, fisheye lens, curved. Yeah, so the only place you're ever going to see curvature of the earth is through a GoPro camera
Right.
or through CGI.
CGI.
But if you use a standard GoPro, no matter what height, the horizon's always
That's
horizontal.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's actually pretty beautiful. These are the clouds. It's always horizontal. So do you have any questions questions about this topic? That you
I already kind of picked up on
a little bit here and there. Yeah. So
I just needed to know the geometry and
there
the
we go.
physics. And
There we go. I actually do have some links that you could go out and check out on your own.
Yeah,
if
you
want.
got like Instagram or
I
something?
have a YouTube.
YouTube? Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to you.
Okay, perfect. So here, let me give you this flyer.
Yeah.
These are the 6 main proofs that debunk the globe. You can check that out, and there's some links there. But here's my YouTube.
Alright, bet.
Here, you can take this card. It's the first one on there. William and
Okay,
Natalie.
bet. Say
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
I got you, level-headed William and Natalie.
That's it. Yeah,
William on the level beyond the image.
That's my
curve.
backup channel.
Okay.
And then those are some of my favorite
Vortex
channels.
Puppy, Eric, Duvet. I got you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout you out.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hey, thanks for talking to me, by the way.
And you gonna record this on YouTube? Tag me,
Yeah,
bro.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I
All
got
right, man.
you.
Thanks for talking to me, man. Have a good one. All right.
So for how does we have to go out? Like they're on 40th Street. Alright, who's it? Alright, all in favor. Let's give it like an hour. Yeah. It's a Saturday. We have time. We're not doing it.
To be honest, I don't know what park this is. It is in the front entrance. I forgot the name.
Well, shit, we might be in Los Angeles. That's right. I said I was talking about the 40th charger.
That's true. One man is detective. Yeah, this is kind of like a resting area. I'm noticing people come here to like regather, you know, to take a break. Because I mean, pretty sure they're doing a lot of walking. I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah, it's actually my first time coming to downtown Riverside. I mean, to actually park and get out. I've drove through here a couple times, but never really actually stopped. So good to know that it gets pretty busy on the weekend. Yeah, it is expensive. Yeah, the most expensive city here in California, or in Southern California that I know of, is Santa Monica. Santa Monica, and I think Pasadena's up there as well, but Santa Monica's the most expensive city. The rent there is fucking crazy. Parking there fucking sucks, like it's crazy. Santa Monica, I personally wouldn't recommend it, but yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I trust my common sense.
Oh, that's good. You guys want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 3 very easy questions. They're multiple choice.
Okay.
So let's see if you could get at least 2 or 3.
Okay.
Over 99% of people actually do get it right. So you guys will be good. So the first one's the hardest one, but then they get easier. Okay.
Okay.
So this one, I have 2 images here, and the reason I call them images is because one of them's a photograph and one of them's a painting. I want to see if people can tell the difference between a photograph.
I think that's the painting. That's the photograph.
I think this one is a painting. This one's a painting.
Photograph, okay. What about yours?
I would say this is a painting and that's a photograph.
Yeah, this is a painting.
Okay. You guys are close, but it's actually a trick question. They're both easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're both things. So I don't expect people to get this one, obviously, because it's,
Yeah,
it's impossible. I couldn't
That's
even
what I was recognizing. It's like, are those both paintings?
Yeah, some people say they're both photographs, which is still a fine response, but there's two reasons why I asked this question. The first reason is just believing someone opens the door to being deceived, right? Because you believing that one's a photograph, that influences your choice, right? So it's not good to just believe someone, is my point, especially when it comes to determining something is real. And the second reason is if we want to determine something is real, an image is not good enough, because if I showed you an image of me walking on water or me flying, would you guys believe I could do those things? No, right? That's obvious, right? So these next two questions actually are elementary level. They have to do with water, So could we agree once water is contained like in a bottle like this, it always goes to the lowest point. In other words, it always goes to the bottom, water. Because I could turn the bottle upside down, but water always goes to the bottom. Even if I turn it sideways, doesn't matter, water always goes down. That's a fact. So since we understand that simple fact about water, I actually painted the water blue in this one to make it easier.
Victoria, what are you doing, honey?
Okay, so real quick, how I'm showing it to you, since we understand water always goes down, which one of these two is actually upside down? Which one's upside down? Hey! Do you guys agree with him? Yeah, okay.
I feel like both of them are
No. Because water always goes down, so which one's upside down?
What if this just had clear water?
No. The water is definitely blue.
got it,
Yeah, the
got it.
water is
Okay,
definitely
okay,
blue.
Okay, so yeah, this one.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you guys got it. Perfect. Yeah, because obviously the water can't stick to the top. I actually shook this one upside down with that. So you guys got it. Perfect. So this last one, it's actually even easier. Another thing about water is, have you ever heard of water always finds its level? Right? What would be another word for level if we had to use a different word? Even. Horizontal is actually the proper definition of level. So water always, always horizontal. So, to understand that other fact about water, and it always finds its level, which one of these two represents level correctly? A or B? Which one?
What do you think?
When we're looking at the water,
What do you think?
which one represents level?
Like which one?
Yeah, there you go. Which one's flat? Which one's horizontal?
The water.
Which one of the water is horizontal?
It says carved in stone. That says it's carved.
Motion.
flat.
Which one's straight? The water. The blue.
Yeah, there you
What
go.
about you, Johnny? What do you think is flat? The water. Look at them both carefully. Make your decision. Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, it's this one, right? It's obvious. This is what the level means. So the real reason I do this is because over 95% of the population, including myself and many of you guys, have been tricked to believing that this is what level means, even though we know it's this. You guys want to know how we were tricked? Do you guys believe the Earth is a ball?
Yeah.
Right? That's what we're
That's
told.
what we're told.
Yeah, exactly. So NASA in specific, they claim to have satellites orbiting the Earth. So they need to know the radius of orbit. So they need to know the radius of the Earth if they supposedly have satellites. So they do tell us that the radius of the Earth is 3,959 miles, which means there has to be curvature at every mile. So the first mile is an 8-inch drop, second mile 32 inches, and by the third mile it should be a 6-foot drop. So it increases every mile because it's not a pyramid, it's telling us it's a sphere. So if you actually went out in nature, like a giant lake that was miles across, to actually measure for this curvature, and then build a level structure over it, we understand that water is going to be parallel to that structure, because that's what level means, that's what water does. But that's what they're telling us it's supposedly doing, but it's not. So this will be the number one experiment to debunk the globe, a physical measurement of the Earth, basically. So have you guys heard of this topic before, right? Yeah? Flat Earth, right? You guys heard of flat Earth. I try to stay away from that word right now because there's so much ridicule going on the internet, and that's one of the main reasons how they're censoring this. So they're not removing a bunch of information. They're just ridiculing it, dismissing it. They just have all these experts just making fun of it, so nobody takes it serious like this. And you'll never hear anyone in the mainstream talking about this physical measurement. They always talk about visual measurements, but perspective, it's a different geometry how we see the world. So that's just, again, if it's truly there, if we could see the curvature, then we should be able to measure it.
Yeah.
That's a simple fact. That's obvious. So if I was to ask you guys, what's the number one proof or reason that makes you believe that the Earth is a ball?
That's just the way I've always been told that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty honest. Yeah, I just believed it too because I was told it. That's what they get us when we're 5 years old in school. That's the first thing they tell us. So that's pretty honest. So just before you guys go real quick, the horizon, this is images of the horizon from 20 miles in the sky. How would you guys describe the horizon? Geometrically, like, yeah, horizontal, right? That's literally where the word horizon comes from the word horizontal. So, in other words, another thing about the horizon is no matter how high we rise, the horizon rises with you. Because if they're telling us that the horizon is the curvature of the earth, when we rise up, that curvature, we should start looking down on it, you know, because it's curving down. Yeah, but the horizon always rises with you because you're just looking further in front of you. You're increasing your angle of view, and you just see further in front of you. So the horizon is the limit of our perspective, is the limit of our eyesight.
We were already kind of wondering
Yeah,
about that. That's
so
interesting.
so the boat's going over the curve, right? Again, if it's truly going over a curve, we should, one, be able to measure it, and second, we shouldn't be able to zoom into them back. You know, with a camera, you could zoom into them. So that's basically faulty. Just, boats go over the horizon. Okay, they're going out of my field of view. That's all they're doing. They're not going over. Exactly. We have a limit to our
Now
field
you're
of
going to
view.
make us think
Yeah,
even more.
so here,
about
let me give you some information home real quick that you could take because it is being censored online. So if you go on Google, YouTube, the algorithms, you're just going to get ridiculed. So you could use these. Yeah, you could use these to cross-reference.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then check out my YouTube channel. I go to universities as well, so I challenge the students
nice.
with this. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, my channel's the first one on there. And yeah, you can check it out.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
appreciate it.
much.
No problem.
I appreciate
Thank
that.
you. You guys have a good one.
You gave us something to do tonight. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. You guys have a good one. Thanks for talking. Yeah. Oh yeah, they were very open-minded. That was good. And what's up, David Banner? Gone. Yeah, today's been going better so far. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's not good. Yeah, hopefully those seeds grow, right? Want to give it a shot? It's 3 very easy multiple choice elementary level. Want to see if they get them? All right. So the first one's the hardest one, but then they get easier. Right. So I have 2 images here, and the reason I call them images is because one of them's a photograph and one of them's a painting. So I want to see if you can just look at it. It was actually a trick question. They're both paintings. Yeah, they're both. This is an oil painting and this is a digital painting done on an iPad. Yeah, they're really realistic, right? So I don't expect people to get this one. Obviously, I couldn't even get it. But there is 2 reasons why I asked this question. The first reason is just believing someone opens the door to being deceived, right? Because you believe me that wants to photograph that influences the choice. So it's not good to just believe someone. So the second reason is if you want to determine something is real, an image is not good enough. Because if I showed you an image of me walking on water or me flying, would you believe I could do those things? I mean, just with no, without any equipment, just me flying like. No, right? You won't believe it. It's obvious, right? So these next 2 questions actually have to do with elementary physics, you know, with water actually. So can we agree once water is contained, like in a bottle like this, water always seeks its lowest point? In other words, it always goes to the bottom. Because if I turn the bottle upside down, water always goes to the bottom. No matter what direction the bottle is in, water always goes to the bottom. That's obvious. Since we understand that simple fact about water, and I use blue food coloring to make it easier, how I'm showing you guys these pictures, which one of these two is upside down? Since we understand water always goes down, which one is upside down? There you go, you got it, perfect. Yeah, you agree with that, that's obvious, because there you go, that's how it took it. Because water can't stick to the top or the bottom. Perfect. So this last one is even easier. Have you heard of the term water finding its level? Water always finds its level? Yeah, right? What would be another word for level? You have to use a different word. Could we say even or horizontal? Yeah, horizontal. That's the obvious one, right? Yeah. So since we understand that simple fact about water as well, that it always finds its level, which means horizontal, which one of these two is correct? A or B when we're looking at the water? Yeah, obviously, right? So the real reason I'm doing this is because over 95% of the population, including myself and maybe you guys, have been tricked to believing that this is the answer, even though we know it's this one. You want to know how we were tricked? Do you believe the Earth is a ball?
Later it was a cat.
That's still hard to say.
Okay, so you're open to that? Yeah.
Before they said it was square.
Okay.
They said it was round.
Well, a cube or square, I'm talking about like they're saying it's a ball, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a baseball, basketball, right? So NASA in specific, they're the main ones. They claim to have satellites orbiting the Earth, so they need to know the radius of orbit. So they need to know the radius of the Earth. So you tell us the radius is 3,159 miles, which means there has to be curvature every mile. So the first mile is an 8-inch drop, second mile is a 32-inch drop. By the third mile, there should be a 6-foot drop. So if we actually went out in nature to measure for this curvature, build a level structure over a giant lake that was miles across, that water should be bending 6 feet in 3 miles. But we understand water always finds its level once it's contained, like this. It doesn't matter the size, right? So this will be the #1 experiment to debunk the globe, basically measuring for this curvature, because it actually doesn't exist. So if I was to ask you, well, since you're already open to the idea, what's one thing that kind of has you, in the middle, I guess you would say? Or what's the #1 proof or thing that makes you a little bit skeptical, I guess?
Now they're saying there was no aliens. I believe there's aliens.
Well, here's the thing, though. If the Earth is not a ball, outer space, I don't know if you knew, outer space is just a concept. And a concept means it's just an idea. Someone's making it out loud. So the highest human beings have ever gone in height is actually 20 miles. So let me show you a quick image of what 20 miles looks like. So these are amateur balloons that people send up, giant helium balloons, and these take images of the Earth without a GoPro. I don't know if you knew GoPros with the fisheye lens, they curve horizontal lines, right? So I have an image like this, curved horizontal line. But without a GoPro lens, it's always horizontal, right? Yeah. So NASA, in my opinion, they're just, because they don't show us anything real, they just show, the only place exactly, so they show us CGI cartoons and camera effects. So NASA is just Disney for adults. So it's just cartoons for adults because that doesn't exist. So basically, this experiment would debunk the globe. But do you have any questions about this subject? Have you guys heard about flat Earth? Have you heard of people that don't believe in the globe? You haven't heard about it? Okay, so I came across this in 2016, this information, and it's being censored online now since 2019. So that's why I'm out here trying to talk to people, because if you go online, try to search genuine information, you're not going to find it. Because if you
take it off.
Exactly. They control the algorithms. They control what they want you to see. Exactly. You could record them and everything. Yeah.
That's why now a lot of people that go around fucking putting cops, those auditors are putting the cops.
Believe it or not, I've been arrested already for doing what I'm doing right now.
Really?
Yeah, I've been arrested. Yeah, so they took both my cameras. It actually happened in December. They took both my cameras like this, and they arrested me just for talking. I haven't had court in March. So next month. Just for doing this.
You're in public.
Exactly. I was actually next to an Apple store in Victoria Gardens, and I've been there multiple times. And yeah, that one time the security just wanted me out, and I told them I have the right to be here. He called the cops. The cops didn't even want to talk to me. As soon as I asked for a supervisor, they just arrested me. So they didn't give me the supervisor, which they're supposed to. Hopefully I win the case. The courts are fucking crooked too. The judges could be crooked.
Just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You didn't do nothing wrong.
Exactly.
They didn't have no reason to arrest you.
There was
just because you were standing.
There was no crime.
Nothing wrong.
Exactly.
You did not. you were not in the process of taking it down. You were not thinking of doing it.
Right.
You were just standing there.
Exactly. Free speech, freedom of press. That's what I was doing. But yeah, I actually do go to post offices and stuff. Do audit. Actually do audits as well. So here, I'll give you my channel. And here, let me give you these 6 main proofs. These are the 6 main proofs that debunk the globe. You could go check them out in your free time. And here's my channel. And again, I go all over, you know, wherever I can on SoCal I do. And yeah, I do audits as well. I go to universities. That's one of the main places that I like going to. Yeah. Challenging the students, you know. But yeah.
You gotta challenge them. The next one.
No, yeah.
The next.
You're the next generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Challenge them.
Exactly, yeah. Especially when they think they're being taught something like physics and science, right? When it's all just bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Any other shit we learn in school, we're never gonna be in school.
Exactly, that's true. People just don't want to admit it. But that's something that I can't, you know, that I realized. And I thought, you know, a few years ago, I was like, wait a minute. If I go back to my high school and all that, I don't have anything that I'm using today, like, besides basic English and basic math, which you will learn anyway. Yeah, you're gonna learn it anyway. It's common sense. But yeah, thanks for talking to me, man. Okay. Yeah, you too. All right. Have a good one. All right. I have 3 flyers left, so I'll probably wait for one more conversation. And probably we'll see. I haven't gone to the beach. I do plan on going on Venice Beach, Santa Monica as well, like by the pier. But I haven't yet. But I do plan to in the future. Venice Boulevard gets really packed. Santa Monica Pier as well. Yeah, I mean, it's like 50-50. If you present this information well, it's like 50-50 people being open to it. I think it's more than 50% people are open to it, especially if you present it well, explain it well, and so they can understand it. Once people understand it, you can't not understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like once you see something, you can't unsee it. You know, it's almost the same thing. So the approach, you know, and how you present it and how you explain it, it's key to helping people, you know, be a little bit more open to it. That's what I've noticed. Nah, Natalie's gonna be the only moderator. I just haven't had the chance to go on a computer to make her a moderator yet. But yeah, Natalie's gonna be the only moderator, if anything. If anything. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, David. Yeah, hopefully by the next live stream, she's a moderator already. I'll probably do like one more and probably go to like 3 p.m. It's 2:28 right now. So we'll see. Stuff, truly. Oh my god. I've had a couple people come up to me and say they know who I am, but I'm pretty sure they're confusing me with another YouTuber that does something similar. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no way that they've come across my channel before. Some lady right now, or group, they were pointing at me and they were saying, "Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy." I don't know if someone else told them what I'm doing right now, but I don't know. I have had a couple other people like, "Oh, I know who you are," and I say, "I doubt it." I just kind of go with it though. Like, "Oh, that's cool." Oh yeah, I know. That's funny.
I have a question. Do you help out with the games, or is it?
No, I'm just doing this on my own. Yeah.
Something different?
Yeah, something different.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, there's some games going on right here. I don't know. True video is funny. Yeah, I'm in Riverside. In downtown Riverside. I don't know what the name of this park is. I've seen it in the entrance coming in, but it's a very small park actually. Very small. Yeah, it's literally where people come just to like chill, literally. There's a bunch of benches everywhere. Yeah. That's funny. I wonder how long it stays lit right here. They're busy until what time? Maybe till it starts to get dark. Who knows? What's up, base truther? So
Yeah, I get that. You know?
Because I typed the sentence and that's not what it is.
you guys want to give it a shot?
Probably not.
Nah.
I think you can take my job.
This isn't started.
So I want to see if people trust their common sense. That simple. Do you guys trust your common sense? Right, you should, right? So I have 3 very easy multiple choice questions, elementary level, right? So I want to see if you actually do trust your common sense. Oh, no. Trust me, over 99% of people pass, get at least 2 of 3. So the first one's the hardest one, but then they get easier, I promise. So I have 2 images here, and the reason the reason I call them images because one of them is a photograph and one of them is a painting. So I want to see if people can tell the difference. Which one's a photo? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, did you go through the plate?
This one looks.
Too busy with the baby.
Okay, fair enough. So you think this is a photograph and you think this is a photograph? Yeah? Okay. It was actually a trick question. They're both paintings. Yeah, they're both paintings. So I don't expect people to get this one, obviously, because it's impossible. I couldn't even get it. But there is two reasons why I asked this question. The first reason is just believing someone opens the door to being deceived, right? Because you believe you're the one to photograph, that influences your choice, right? So the second reason is if you want to determine something is real, an image is not good enough. Because if I showed you an image of me walking on water or me flying, would you believe I could do those things?
Don't trip, I got the
So,
baby. Do that.
you believe I could fly if I showed you a picture of me flying?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious. I would think so too. It's obvious. So these next two actually have to do with elementary physics. It has to do with water. So once water is contained, could we agree water always seeks the bottom of the container? In other words, the lowest point? Because I could always turn the bottle, but water always goes down. Water always goes down, right? That's a fact. So I actually took two images, one upside down and one right side up, and I painted the water blue with food coloring to make it easier. But since we understand water always goes down, which one of these two is upside down? I'm showing you. There you go. Yeah. You agree with her? Because we understand water always goes down, which one is upside down? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you trust your common sense. That's good. So yeah, I took this one like that. So you got it. Perfect. So this next one.
I totally did not mean to like.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So another thing about water. Have you ever heard of water always finds its level?
Well, just if nobody
Right.
let you know.
What would be another word for level if we had to use a different word? Balance or horizontal is actually the proper term or the definition of level. Horizontal, right? So since we understand water always finds its level, which one of these two represents level correct water level? A or B? Oh, perfect. You got it quick. You agree with her? Yeah, that's obvious, right? Yeah, there you go. So the real reason I do this is because over 95% of the population, including myself and maybe you guys, have been tricked to believing that this is the answer, even though we know it's this one. You guys want to know how we were tricked? Do you guys believe the Earth is a ball? Yeah, right? That's what they tell us in school, right? So NASA in specific, yeah, exactly. So NASA in specific, they claim to have satellites orbiting the Earth, so they need to know the radius of orbit, so they need to know the radius of the Earth. So they do tell us it's 3,159 miles, which means there has to be curvature every mile. So in the first mile, there should be an 8-inch drop, second mile 32 inches, by the third mile there should be 6 feet of curvature. So if we actually went out in nature like a giant lake that was miles across and build a level structure over it to measure for this curvature, we understand that water is going to be level to the level structure. You know, it's going to be parallel. But they're telling us that it's curving 6 feet in 3 miles, but in reality that curvature doesn't exist if we actually went out and measure it. So this will be the number one experiment to debunk the globe, basically. So if I was to ask you guys real quick, what's the number one proof that makes you believe or convinces you that the Earth is a sphere? Nothing, that's good. Yeah, because it's cool. Well, we were told, right? That's pretty honest. So one of the main proofs people say is images or photographs of the Earth from space, right? But I don't know if you guys knew, NASA doesn't call them photographs, they call them images. And the reason they call them images is because they're actually Photoshop. But they don't call them Photoshop, they say composites. So in other words, they literally make it in a computer. So any photograph from the Earth from space as a whole doesn't exist. They're all fake, exactly. Especially if that image defies physics, which is water level, you know, that we have to throw away that image. You know what I'm saying? So do you guys have any questions regarding the subject?
No, we were just curious.
Right? Just real quick before you guys go, these are images of the horizon, 20 miles in the sky. In my opinion, 20 miles is the limit human beings have ever gone. So anybody showing you anything higher than 20 miles is just cartoons, CGI, exactly, Hollywood trickery, or the only way you'll ever see curvature is through CGI or GoPro lenses. Are you guys familiar with the fisheye lens? Yeah, it curves horizontal lines. So a lot of jet people that fly jets use GoPros and oh, look at the curvature of the Earth, but it's just a fucking GoPro. You know what I'm saying? Again, if that curvature is there, we should be able to physically measure for it. But if we actually went and did this, it wouldn't be there. Well, I don't believe. I go with physics. I know it's not flat, it's level.
That's what I think. I think the Earth is a circle.
It could be a
but it's
circle.
flat.
Exactly. It could be a circle. But in reality, nobody actually knows the dimensions of this place. Nobody actually knows. So anybody telling you what this place is and what we're supposed to be doing here, it's just a religion. So the heliocentric model, the ball Earth, outer space, it's the biggest religion on Earth right now. Because no matter if you're Muslim, if you're Catholic, if you're Christian, everybody believes in the bald earth. So everybody's like in a double religion, especially if you're in one of those religions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do you guys have any questions before you guys go about this subject?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, so I do have some information because the reason why I'm out here is because this information is being censored. So the way they're censoring it is if you go online on Google or YouTube, you're gonna get nothing but ridiculing videos. So people that are supposedly experts, but they just make fun of it, they won't even take it serious. They especially will never talk about a physical measurement of the earth. They'll completely avoid it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me give you some links you can check out. And these are the 6 main proofs that debunk the globe. You guys can check them out. You guys live together? Or? Yeah. Okay, cool. And if you guys want to check out my YouTube as well, I go to universities and I go all over, in public, talk to people about this. Yeah, and you guys should check it out. But yeah, thanks for talking, man. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Yeah, me too.
Hey, you. Yeah. Wow. You gonna get dizzy? Again? Come on, Noah. Ah! Yeah, touch it, touch it, touch it. You gotta no, don't touch the ground.
Maybe we just put it on
Oh my gosh, you're there.
What's up, Glyph? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Glyph? From Italy? What's up? I'll do one more if anything and then call it. Yeah, it's 2:40 now. I was gonna call it at 3, but if we could get one more before 3, that would be cool.
Yeah, we need your help. We got a question. Well, another member has taken leadership. Not in leadership.
No, I know. That's true. The trolls are coming in already. That's not good, man.
We had to go all the way to the corner to get the app started.
Oh, okay.
We ended up, we started where we went to the corner, like, and then it came out with the blue. Yeah.
There we go. Now we come to where they go. Water.
My aunt scared me.
Oh, David, by the way, I've been trying to look for your channel, and I don't have, like, it doesn't come up when I search for it on YouTube when I put your name. So I'm gonna see if I could. If you leave a link to your channel or something on, that'll be good. That'll be cool.
Alright, so we lost the first round.
Oh, another thing, I got lucky. I found parking. Parking was horrible. I mean, that's how it usually is in downtown areas, any downtown areas.
He started from there. Yeah, that's where he started. What's up, baby?
I think there's like an event going on right now. There's a lot of people wearing costumes, like Halloween costumes, I would say.
We're making it harder than what it is. Yeah.
Look better, right? I know, I'm not seeing the link either. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that about the links and having a moderator do it. Maybe when the video is done, maybe David Banner, you could leave a comment with the link to your channel, maybe in the comment section after the live. You could probably do that. That'd be cool.
Hey, if you see Joshua, let's tell him we're over here.
Remember Josh? Her friend Josh, remember? Josh?
I don't remember nobody. I remember myself.
Yeah, he remembers.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
Oh, that way you think? Or else? That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, because I remember he had an answer.
Going? Wait, we're all going, right? We're all going? Okay, come on. We're in our next group. Yay! Onward!
We're going right now. I get it. It's just these shoelaces are so thick, that's why they don't keep tight.
Yeah.
And then that damn knot you have, and you keep that's what it is. It's a knot.
Yeah, even if the link doesn't come out in the comment section, I can just click your channel from there. I believe so. It should just take me straight to your channel from the comments. But yeah. All right, probably 10 more minutes, or one more conversation, whichever comes first. We'll see. Yeah, I noticed that on live streams you can't click people's channels, only in the comment section after a video is done. Yeah, it still works on comments. Right on, Bruin. A lot of people. I wonder if it's just is there, I think there is an event going on that could be the reason why there's a lot of people because I doubt it's this packed every weekend. I mean, if it is, that's good for me. It's always be a good spot to come. And that's that I didn't even go to the other side on Main Street. Main Street, there's a lot of people going on. There's just that parking was a bitch right there. So if I'm parking over here a couple blocks away and then I see all the group of people here, so I just decided to come here. But next time maybe I'll go to Main Street in downtown. It's a little bit more packed right there, but we'll see how that goes. Some water. You can't find your own link. That's right. Oh, and I do. I'm definitely gonna bring the table on Main Street. Main Street is it's like a street where cars. There's no. It's not a. It's just a crosswalk, a very wide crosswalk. Not for cars, but I do want to set up the table there on Main Street, and here in downtown Riverside. Enough space to set up the table out in public, so it should be pretty cool. I feel like the table could be a little bit more inviting too for some reason. I don't know why, but having the table with the question. A white coat. Cup of coffee with your 10th booster. Yeah, the fact that they're giving away things to get the booster, that reminds me of a little kid going to the dentist and getting his little lollipop after after going to the dentist. That's pretty funny. Seven boosters, oh my god. Oh man, that's funny. The first 6 didn't work, that's why they had to get the 7th one to make sure it works. right, 8 more minutes till 3 o'clock. Yep. Yeah, I need to make a habit, and when someone's talking to me on my side, I need to turn my whole body so that my camera can record them, opposed to just turning my head. That's what I've noticed I'm kind of doing. Hopefully I was able to catch the last conversation at least on camera, on my chest cam.
Yeah, I read the thing.
A lot of people are dressed like clowns, so I think that's kind of funny. A little ironic, if anything. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, for sure I'm going to be saving the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader for when I go to universities, because people people are too intimidated by that question. I don't know why. They actually think a fifth grader is smarter than them. But I mean, if they think that, they're probably right.
Exact same onesie as her. So I'm like, oh,
Why did Marco get baby privileges? Privileges.
That's true. One man and his detector, but I think signs and symbols only affect the gullible, basically. People that don't have discernment. Because once you realize these signs and symbols are not only are they don't work on you, but they're pretty obvious, like how they use symbols and all this to manipulate people, and it's pretty obvious. But yeah, it does work on the gullible, which is pretty sad. Yeah, it's like mockery. The symbols and all that, it's kind of mockery in a way, for the ones that are aware. But it actually works on the gullible still. Yeah.
Are you here with the Alice experience, or are you doing
No,
something
no,
else?
no. I'm doing something else.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You guys want to give it a shot?
What is it?
So I have 3 very easy elementary level questions, multiple choice, to see if people can get 2 or 3.
Okay.
Want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Yeah, it only takes a couple minutes. Very easy. Very
You
fast.
make me look like an idiot.
No,
I'm
no,
a
no.
teacher.
Overnight.
So.
You're gonna get them. You're gonna get them. So I have 2 images here, and the reason I call them images is because one of them's a photograph and one of them's a painting. So I
Wow.
want to see if people can tell the difference.
Okay. So I'm gonna say the photograph is that one.
Okay. Which one do you think?
The photograph?
Photograph.
It's this one.
Yeah. Okay. It's actually a trick question. They're both paintings.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this is an
That's
oil
amazing.
painting, and then this is a digital painting done on an iPad. So I don't expect people to get this one, obviously, because it's
Right.
impossible to tell,
Yeah.
right? But there is 2 reasons why I asked this question. The first
Okay.
reason is if you want to determine something is real, an image is not good enough, right? Because if I showed you an image of me flying or an image of me walking on water, you're not gonna believe I could do those things, right? It's
Right.
obvious. The second reason is just believing someone opens the door to being deceived. Because you believe me that one's a photograph, that influences your choice, right?
Right.
So it's not good to just believe someone. That's my
Right.
point, right? So these next 2 actually have to do with elementary physics. So if you're a teacher, you should get this
Oh
pretty
no,
easy.
now I'm really
So
nervous.
could,
Okay.
could we agree once water is contained like in this bottle, water always seeks its lowest point. In other words, the bottom of the container. So if I turn the bottle upside down, water always goes down.
Right.
So, it doesn't matter what direction, water always goes down.
Right.
That's a simple fact, right?
Yeah.
So since we understand that water always goes down, I actually use blue food coloring to make the water, to make it easier to see because it's clear, but so since we understand water always goes down,
Yeah.
which one of these 2 is actually upside down? I'm showing it to you.
Which one's upside down?
Which one's upside down? If we understand water always goes down, which one is upside down?
Which picture's upside down, or
Yeah,
which
which-
bottle is upside down?
Which image, which bottle? I did take one of these bottles upside down. So
Okay.
one of these bottles is upside down.
So then that one.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, because the water can't stick to the top. You
Right,
got it. So you
okay.
do trust your common sense. That's good.
We'll see.
So this last one's even easier. So could we agree? Have you ever heard of the term water finding its level?
Mm-hmm.
Water always finds its level, right?
Right.
What would be another word we could use for level?
Even?
Even or horizontal is actually the proper definition for level.
Okay.
So since we understand that fact about water as well, always finds its level, which one of these 2 represents that correctly? Water level. A or B? It's elementary level. It's very easy.
Okay, well, okay, go ahead then.
Yeah, it's
That
this one, right? Yeah, you guys got it. It's very
Okay.
easy. So the real reason I'm doing this is because over 95% of the population, including myself and maybe you guys, have been tricked to believing that this is the answer, even though we know this is what level means, right? You guys want to know how we were tricked? And this one might hit home. Yeah. Do you believe the Earth is a ball?
Do I believe the Earth is a ball?
Yeah,
A sphere?
a sphere.
Yes.
Yeah. So NASA in specific, they actually claim to have satellites orbiting the Earth. So they need to know the radius of orbit. So they need to know the radius of the Earth. So they do tell us it's 3,959 miles. So if we multiply the radius times 2, we get the diameter. And if we multiply the diameter times pi, we get the circumference.
Right.
So the circumference of the Earth is 24,901 miles. That's what they tell us. So there needs to be curvature every mile. So the first mile is an 8-inch drop. Second mile is a 32-inch drop. By the third mile, it should be 6 feet of curvature. So if we actually went to a giant lake, and measure for this curvature that was miles across, if we build a level structure over that lake, we understand that water is going to be parallel because water always finds its level, and level means horizontal. But they're trying to tell us that the water's bending in 6 feet in 3 miles. But if we actually went out in reality, this curvature doesn't exist. So in my opinion, this is the #1 experiment to debunk the globe. A physical measurement of water in specific, because if the Earth is truly a ball, then every lake on Earth, even the oceans, are supposed to be bending at that rate, 8 inches per mile squared. So if I was to ask you guys, what's the #1 proof or reason that makes you believe that the Earth is a ball?
Well, I'm a teacher, so that's what I learned in school.
So that's what they taught you, right? That's honest. That's honest. That's pretty honest. So in my opinion, so real quick, so since you're a teacher,
Yeah.
you understand the Pythagorean theorem?
Yes.
A squared plus B squared.
equals C squared.
So using that Pythagorean theorem, we could actually measure for this curvature as well, because since they tell us the radius of the Earth, and then we know the distance we're observing, we can r squared, which would be the radius squared, times the length squared, plus the length squared, equals for x. Once we solve for x, we deduct the radius, and that leaves us with the drop. So I actually did this with a calculator, and it's accurate, over 99% accurate in the first 300 miles. So that 8 inches per mile square it's there even using the Pythagorean theorem. So there's two different calculations for this curvature basically. So I'm glad you understand the a squared plus b squared. So do you have
All right.
do you have
No,
any?
no, we gotta go.
Okay.
My party's here right now.
Okay.
But I was just kind of curious what you were doing, and
Can I give you some info? Maybe this is the 6 main proofs. Maybe you could look into them.
I've looked
Yes,
into
okay.
it. I was like, I know what you're getting at, so.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Fair enough. All right. All right. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm having conversations, I kind of brain fart a little bit, and I kind of try to like kind of come back from it. But that was cool. No, yeah, that's true. All right, then. All right, that's gonna be a wrap. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna start putting some stuff away. All right. Thanks again for everyone for tuning in. I'm not sure when I'm going to go in live next, but we'll see. All right. Y'all have a good one. Late.